What would it take to walk away from a high-paying Wall Street job, bet on a barely known technology, and launch a business from a garage with $10,000? That's exactly what Jeff Bezos did in 1994. And the result was Amazon, the most dominant e-commerce platform on the planet. But this isn't just a rags-to-riches tale. It's a masterclass in risk, vision, and long-term strategy. In this video, we'll break down the pivotal moves that turned Bezos' idea into a trillion-dollar empire. Each point reveals a mindset shift most people miss. By the end, you'll stop thinking small and start thinking like a builder. Let's get into it. Spotting the wave before it breaks. In the early 90s, Bezos came across a game-changing stat. The internet was growing at 2,300% a year. While others saw a trend, he saw a revolution. That stat became the trigger. He wasn't chasing what was hot. He was predicting what would dominate. Bezos studied the space, brainstormed 20 online business ideas, and landed on books because the market was massive and digitizable. He understood that timing is everything, and moving early creates leverage. Most people wait for the world to validate something. Bezos didn't. He bet on the internet before most understood what it was, and that early insight became the foundation for Amazon. Walking away from a comfortable life. Bezos was making six figures as a senior VP at D. Shaw, one of the most prestigious hedge funds in New York. He had status, safety, and a golden career path. But he wasn't fulfilled. After spotting the internet opportunity, he made what he called a regret minimization decision. He asked himself if he'd regret not trying this at 80 years old. The answer was yes, so he quit. No safety net, no fallback, just a burning idea and a belief in his ability to figure it out. That mindset, choosing potential over comfort, is rare, but it's what separates leaders from lifers. Starting with just $10,000. Bezos launched Amazon from a garage with $10,000, mostly from his parents. That's not a massive sum, even back then, but it was enough because he kept overhead razor thin and focused on execution. There were no fancy offices, no expensive hires, just pure hustle and obsession. Bezos even built desks out of cheap doors to save money. That frugality became part of Amazon's DNA. He proved that it's not how much you start with, it's how well you deploy what you've got. Many founders wait for big funding to start. Bezos started small and scaled fast. That $10,000 wasn't luck, it was leverage, choosing books as a Trojan horse. Bezos didn't just pick books at random. He chose them because they had more titles than any physical store could stock. They were standardized, easy to ship, and globally in demand. But books were just the entry point. His real vision was the everything store. Books were the gateway drug. Starting with one category allowed Amazon to master logistics, customer trust, and supply chains. Once that foundation was solid, he expanded fast. Bezos used a focused product to build an unfocused platform. The takeaway? Sometimes your first niche isn't your end game, it's just your way in. Building relentlessly around the customer. From day one, Bezos hardwired customer obsession into Amazon's culture. He knew that in the digital age, experience wins. So he prioritized convenience, fast shipping, low prices, and an intuitive website. Before any of that was normal. Even when it hurt profits, he kept doubling down. Why? Because happy customers don't just come back, they bring others. He didn't just sell products, he built loyalty. Bezos said, if you do build a great experience, customers will tell each other about it. This wasn't a tactic, it was strategy. And it paid off. Amazon grew not through ads, but through word of mouth, operating at a loss on purpose. For years, Amazon lost money. Most investors panicked. Bezos didn't flinch. He wasn't trying to make a quick profit. He was buying scale, brand, and infrastructure. By undercutting prices and reinvesting revenue, Amazon outpaced competitors and set new customer expectations. That scared the market, but it built dominance. Bezos said, "Your margin is my opportunity." He knew short-term losses were the price of long-term power. Amazon wasn't just surviving, it was conditioning the market. Most founders obsess over early profitability. Bezos obsessed over positioning. And now, those years of loss turned into an empire with nearly unmatched operational control. Scaling systems, not just sales. As Amazon grew, Bezos didn't just focus on selling more stuff. He focused on building better systems. He invested heavily in warehouses, automation, data, and back-end tech. While other companies were trying to scale fast, Bezos was making Amazon scalable forever. Every step in the customer journey, from clicking buy to receiving the package, was engineered for speed, efficiency, and repeatability. It's this infrastructure that let Amazon expand into new markets with ease. Scaling sales is temporary. Scaling systems is permanent. Bezos knew the difference, and that's why Amazon didn't just grow. It became unstoppable, writing the shareholder letter that changed everything. In 1997, the year Amazon went public, Bezos wrote his first shareholder letter, and it was a manifesto. He declared that Amazon would prioritize long-term market leadership over short-term profits. That letter wasn't just PR, it was policy. Every year since, Bezos has reshared it, reinforcing the mindset. It told investors exactly what to expect and warned them not to come aboard unless they shared the vision. That kind of clarity earned Amazon both loyalty and freedom. While other CEOs danced for quarterly earnings, Bezos stayed laser-focused. That letter wasn't just a note to investors. It was a blueprint for how Amazon would win. Inventing Prime, the subscription mode. In 2005, Amazon launched Prime, a bold, expensive gamble. For $79/year, customers got free 2-day shipping. At the time, it looked like a money-losing play. But Bezos knew what he was doing. Prime locked in loyalty. It made customers think twice before shopping anywhere else. Over time, Amazon layered in movies, music, books, and exclusive deals. What started as a shipping perk became a lifestyle ecosystem. Today, Prime has over 200 million members globally. It generates billions and creates a moat no competitor has matched. This is classic Bezos. Spend big now, dominate later. Creating Amazon Web Services, AWS. While Amazon was known for selling books and goods, its biggest moneymaker today is cloud computing. AWS started as an internal tool to handle Amazon's growing tech needs. But Bezos had the foresight to realize other companies would need that power too. He spun it off as a service in 2006, and it exploded. Today, AWS powers Netflix, NASA, and even parts of the US government. It's the profit engine behind Amazon's massive bets in retail, devices, and entertainment. The genius here: Bezos turned his own infrastructure into a product. He monetized his internal needs and created an entire industry, staying day one forever. Bezos famously wrote that Amazon should always operate like it's day on, the first day of a startup's life. Why? Because day two is complacency. Day two is decline. He wanted Amazon to stay hungry, fast, and innovative. That mentality shapes decisions across the company, from hiring to experimentation. Amazon takes big swings, like launching Kindle, Alexa, and even grocery stores, not because it's safe, but because it's day one thinking. Bezos built a company that never coasts. Every product, every hire, every risk stems from one philosophy: always act like the future depends on what you do today. Because it does. Leaving at the right time. In 2021, Bezos stepped down as CEO, not in failure, but at the peak. He handed the reins to Andy Jassy and shifted focus to space, Blue Origin, climate, and philanthropy. Most leaders cling to control. Bezos planned his exit like he planned everything else, strategically. He left Amazon with world-class leadership, powerful systems, and unshakable momentum. His departure wasn't an end. It was evolution. The lesson? A true builder knows when to let go. Bezos built Amazon to outlast him, and it will. Jeff Bezos didn't build Amazon with luck, privilege, or shortcuts. He built it with vision, risk tolerance, and relentless execution. He turned $10,000 into one of the most powerful companies in history. not by chasing money, but by chasing infrastructure, trust, and customer loyalty. Every move was calculated. Every loss was leverage. If you're serious about building something great, study Bezos' mindset. Because this isn't just business, it's a blueprint. If this inspired you, hit like, share it, drop a comment, and subscribe to Rick Route, where ideas scale and ambition is the currency. You're just one smart decision away from your own Amazon moment.